Hey, it's that, what is it called? Magical Musings. Welcome. As you know, this show is about art and culture and all the media that makes life enjoyable. But something that nags at me on a regular basis is the fact that almost everything that I consume and enjoy was created by somebody who is insanely rich and probably out of touch with reality. Think about it. All your favorite shows written by wealthy producers starring rich actors and probably written by writers who are paid way more than most people who consider themselves writers. All your favorite bands? Rich. Enjoy watching YouTube? Even the cool, nice, down-to-earth YouTubers like Rhett and Link and the Vlogbrothers, yeah, they're still pretty wealthy. Is there anything wrong with that? No. Does that make them bad people? Absolutely not. Money doesn't necessarily turn people bad. Wow, I actually didn't know I had a whole 20 here. This is nice. We should tax the poor. But you have to admit, it kind of creates a disconnect between the creator and the consumer, one that kind of makes me uncomfortable. There are a lot of famous moments where somebody rich doesn't know the price of an everyday object like a gallon of milk or an avocado. Oh yeah, if you're 20 bucks, right? Because it's on sale. And every now and then we see glimpses into these weird alternate realities where the people who feel like our friends, the ones who basically create the joy and the leisurely pleasure of our day-to-day lives, are living in a totally separate universe where they have no real struggles, no pressure to pay rents, no terrifying medical bills, no real difficulties at all, at least relative to the people in the lower and middle classes who are enjoying their content. But we listen to them as if they're prophets and we enjoy their art as if they have real things to say about the human condition. But in reality, their human condition is nothing like ours. I was thinking about this a lot when YouTuber burnout was a big topic of discussion, where rich and successful celebrities were complaining that they had to work a lot. Meanwhile, their viewers are wondering if they're going to be able to afford groceries and student loan payments. I'm sorry if I don't feel bad for rich people very much. Their problems are real, and they're genuine people who are deserving of human respect. I just can't help but feel that wealth makes creators hard to relate to. It's just so hard, you know, the constant pressure of having to make content in order to stay relevant and wake up at noon every day to make a beauty vlog about dry shampoo. It's just really stressful. I'm exhausted. Please buy this rosewater body splash to make me feel better. But it's all fine. We can accept this strange dichotomy. But it creates this weird disillusionment and makes me feel really strange about being a fanatic about certain kinds of art. It's almost like a bunch of people make something and you only hear about it once they become rich. And then they have to uphold this illusion that they're just normal people with normal people problems. One great example is the YouTuber Graveyard Girl, who pretended not to be filthy rich so that she could be more relatable. Even the more indie bands that I like get enough attention to make a decent amount of money. And I'm not sure how I should feel about that. Basically, everything I love is created by rich people who are hoarding all these luxuries and pretending to be normal. Harry Potter is another perfect example. Something that is almost universally loved, yet created by one of the richest people to ever walk the planet and who is almost certainly out of touch with reality. The solution would seem to be seeking out more unknown creators, I guess. And I do have some bands that I like that aren't very famous at all, like the Color Bars, Brian Scary, and the Ruby Suns. And a lot of those musicians still have to make money elsewhere. And there's other problems with unknown creators. They don't last very long because they tend to get discouraged and stop making it. They're not very prolific because they aren't getting any positive feedback, so they don't have any monetary incentive to keep making new stuff. And also, when you like something completely unpopular, you become that weirdo who won't stop talking about that movie that nobody's heard of. So it's just sort of embarrassing and boring to be a fan of things that aren't popular because nobody knows what you're talking about and you just basically gotta keep it to yourself. And when you like something successful, it's a positive feedback loop of everybody knows it, so let's talk about it. Other than that, all I can really do is try to mentally separate the idea of wealth from the art that I enjoy. Even though it kinda sucks that in this world, your art barely gets seen unless you get a massive stroke of luck and skyrocket to extreme wealth and fame, meaning the effort is almost futile. There are a lot of rich people who are very kind and very generous, like the Vlogbrothers, that make it very easy to like them. But there's no denying that struggles of a YouTuber who is not successful. But there's no denying that acquiring wealth separates you from the vast majority of people who have ever lived and puts you in a completely unique world that almost nobody understands. Now this sounds anti-rich and anti-capitalist and even cynical, and maybe it is a little. But again, I don't have any problem with wealth, and I weirdly find myself hoping that things I like do become massively successful and skyrocket to wealth and fame. But I wonder if one of the unpopular bands that I like got like a #1 hit, I would be like, yeah! But anyway, it's all just leaving me in a state of feeling real weird about it. Does it bother you that every creator you love is probably rich? And if not, why? What's your secret? Thanks so much for watching Magical Musings. You can support my Patreon at the link below. Also, you can go to my Etsy. Thank you to my patrons that I have here, including my new one, Joe. I really appreciate you. I'll see you next time, and remember, you gotta be rich. You got to. Society says you must acquire money. It's your only purpose.